What is up, you guys? Orlando here with Elisha Record Studio. Another video tutorial for you guys today, and we're gonna be talking about this plugin right here, Quantum by Wavesfactory, and what I consider right now the freaking best transient shaper ever created. Let's get to it. And remember, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. You know the drill. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any other video from us.
Just do it! Yes, you can!
Quantum is a transient shaper designer, but it's not your typical transient shaper. What it does is divides the signal between attack and sustain. Literally, you can manipulate and you can add effects to each one of them, either to the attack or to the sustain.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I'm gonna show you how it works. First, let me explain to you what you're looking at here. You have an attack section, so you give it more attack or less attack depending on what you want from the signal. It has a solo button here. That's just for soloing the attack signal, and the same with the sustain. You give it more or less, whatever you want, and there's a solo button there so you can solo that signal. In the middle you have a screen where the actual signal is gonna appear. Let's play this. So what you're seeing there, the orange curve, which is, you know, matching the colors here, the orange is the attack and the blue is the sustain. The really cool part is that you can add plenty of effects. They basically give you chorus, compressor, convolution, delay, enhancer, EQ, flanger, limiter, a lo-fi, phaser, pitch shifter, reverb, saturation, stereo, treble, and reverb. I mean, are you freaking kidding me?
This needs to stop now.
It's kind of too much, you know. It's one thing to give you 2 or 3 effects that you can affect, but this is just ridiculous. You get a bunch of cool effects with it, and you can add whatever you want, and it's gonna show here. If you click on them, you're gonna actually see here in the middle what you're working on, and it's orange because on this side it's orange, but if you move to this side, to the equalizer, everything is blue, so visually it's appealing. You know what you're working on. It's just ridiculous the amount of control you get over the attack and the sustain. This is what makes this plugin hyper amazing and like anything else out there right now. And on the bottom here, there's a general mix knob and also an output knob here, so you can control the signal. If you don't want that much of the signal, you can control it with the mix knob. And if you want to level match at the end, there's the output here for that. Either way, regardless of that, every effect, as you can see here, has a mix knob, which is absolutely amazing because you can dial exactly what you need. Even the EQ has a mix knob. Let me show you what I did with the kick. Let me show you a before and after comparison. In context with the snare and the 808 and hats. Let's solo the attack signal so you can actually hear what it's actually doing. That's the attack, the sustain. It literally divides the signal between attack and sustain. They do it pretty well, and it works. It works like wonders on that kick. And as you can see here, I have a lo-fi plugin, so I'm giving it a little bit of saturation basically with that lo-fi. I'm using saturation just a little bit. It's like tiny little bit, 15% there, saturation on the attack, and an EQ just boosting the main frequency there, the C frequency, basically cutting a little bit of the lows and cutting a little bit here of the mid lows as well. So that's all in the attack. In the sustain, you can have a separate EQ also for the sustain, which is ridiculous. I added also an enhancer, which is, you know, boosting a little bit of the lows and the highs. Reverb also, I'm just giving it a little bit of reverb. It's not too much, so the mix is at 2.1%. It's just to create an ambience for the sustain. And again, this is not muddying the actual sound of the kick. Actually, it's making it bigger because you're not applying reverb to the attack of the signal. So you're getting full on attack, right in your face kick, but still you can add reverb to the sustain part of the kick. And that for me, it's amazing. So let me show you what I did with the snare. Also lo-fi for the attack and an EQ here. I'm boosting a lot. Gonna pull that a little bit. Giving a little bit of a highs there. And to the sustain, I'm using an enhancer, a little bit of reverb, and a phaser. So how cool is that?
Super hot.
And after? So basically what it's doing with the snare is just putting it right in your face up front, but at the same time I'm applying reverb to the sustain part, so it's giving it this massive feeling of space as well. And instead of using you know, sand with a reverb and compressing the signal and creating a whole chain and overusing my CPU on my Mac, you know, setting up everything and using a bunch of effects and a bunch of stuff, I have all of that within this single plugin, which is mind-blowing. Because right now, look at here my meter, the CPU consumption of this plugin, it's barely noticeable. You can have massive control over the signal and you get an amazing sound at the end. Guys, this plugin, please check it out. I'm gonna try to leave a link on the description below so you can get it now. It's on sale. It's a little bit on the expensive side, I would say. It's $99 right now, and that's the offer. It's gonna go up in price. What you can do with this and the amount of detail that this have, it makes you question a lot of your processing actually, and how many things are you actually gonna replace, because this has it all. It has saturation, it has lo-fi settings, it has enhancers, flangers, limiter effects. I don't know, check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next one, guys, remember to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any other review, plugin tutorial, or anything else. Just hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any other video from us. Don't stress, do your best, be blessed, forget the rest. See you around.